Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing very well today. So today's video is going to be all about the Sephora savings event. So I'm so sorry if this is repetitive and redundant. I'm sure so many people on your feed right now are posting videos like this. I'm going to be sharing with you my recommendations, and then also I'm going to be sharing with you my wish list. And so, but before I get into the recommendations and my wish list, I did want to share with you some information about the sale. And so I will go ahead and put on the screen here a kind of like picture of the sale, right? And so if you are Rouge, the event actually does start for you tomorrow or Friday, October 27th, and you do get 20% off. And keep in mind that Sephora collection throughout the entirety of the sale is actually going to be 30% off, which is really, really great. And that is for any tier. So no matter if you're Rouge, VIB, or Insider, you do get that 30% discount on Sephora. And then if you are a VIB member, you get 15% off, and the sale starts for you on Tuesday, October 31st, and it does run through November 6th. Now the entire sale does run through November 6th, so just a heads up. And then if you are Insider, which means you get 10% off, the sale starts for you on the same day, October 31st on a Tuesday, and of course it runs until November 6th. And if you're shopping online, you use the code time to save, and if you are shopping in store, usually you can just type in your phone number and you'll be able to, or they'll be able to locate your account and of course put in the code for you or what have you, or you can just make sure that you have that code handy. I haven't needed it in the past, but just in case you were needing it. Okay, so let me go ahead and, well actually, also, what I wanted to say is a few things like disclaimers, just kind of my tips, advice, things like that. So firstly, this is the sale that happens in the fall, right? There are so many sales going on during this time of year because people are buying gifts for their families, for their friends. And so this sale may not even be the best option for you when it comes to the most amount of savings. So keep that in mind. The most amount that you can get is 20% off, and that's only if you are a Rouge member. If you are an Insider and you only get 10% off, I may not even encourage you to shop this sale, because you can even go to a website, like a brand website, sign up for their emails, and you could get 15% off most times that way. Some brands even have up to 20% off. But then of course with Black Friday coming around, I highly, highly encourage you, if you know for sure that a certain brand goes on a good sale during Black Friday, I would recommend maybe shopping then. For example, Natasha Denona usually has a really good Black Friday sale. So does Pat McGrath, and also LYS Beauty. They have had really, really good Black Friday sales as well in the past. So even Huda Beauty has had really good sales as well. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Another thing is, if the brand is sold at Ulta, I actually don't pick it up at Sephora. I don't. Ulta is historically just has a better point system. It has a better rewards program. And so I would highly encourage you to do the same. It'll help you save money right now, and it'll also help you save money in the long run, right, in the future. Because with Ulta, every purchase that you make, as long as you're a rewards member, you're going to start racking up those points, and you can get so much money off within the Ulta reward system. And so I would recommend anything that's sold at Ulta. If you want to wait, and if you can wait, just get it at Ulta. I promise you, you'll be grateful later, because your points are just so much more valuable there than they ever will be at Sephora, unless Sephora decides to change that. I just wanted to throw that out there because that's really helped me kind of narrow down my cart as well at Sephora. But also I think because I really do just want to shop Black Friday, and I do think I'll have better deals for that sale, or for those sales. Okay, and I will have the link as well to the information about the sale in my description box. I'm sorry if this sounds totally like an ad. I'm not sponsored, never have been. It's just one of those things where I wanted to share this information with you because in case you haven't seen it for the 100th time this week, I wanted to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get into my recommendations. I was super selective on what I wanted to recommend because there are so many recommendations videos out there. I've even created multiple videos within my like YouTube channel, so I will try to link as many of those down below. But I've really tried to narrow down what I think is worth it, especially because I just don't think that this sale is the best sale throughout the year. So I was really selective. So my two favorite, so first off, my favorite foundation I think ever, it is just amazing, is the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is the best foundation. Like, it is so good. I do wear the shade 110 Light Neutral. It's a really good shade match for me. This is just one of the best foundations I've ever put on my face. It is so good. It is very easy to kind of get the finish that you want with this foundation because you can wear a pore filling primer, a smoothing primer, a hydrating primer, a glowy primer, and this really will adapt to whatever base it's going on. And I love it for that reason. I also think it has really great wear time, decent coverage. I would say this is a medium to full coverage foundation. I will say one tip that I've heard at least from other people about this one is layers. Like go in with layers. Don't put on a thick layer of this foundation from the get-go. I think you'll regret it. I think you'll be unhappy and disappointed with how it wears if you do that. But if you go in with a light layer and then kind of add where you need to, I think you'll be significantly happier with the wear time. So yes, I really love this one. I cannot recommend it enough. That is probably like the best, like that is like my most recommended product, I think, because it is just my favorite. This is a foundation that I've just really come to love this year. I think I picked it up this year and I'm so glad I did because it really is perfect for a very unique situation. And this is the Merit Beauty Foundation Stick. It's called the Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick, and I do have the shade Linen. So I love this because this is such a quick and easy way just to kind of throw something on your skin, give yourself a little bit of coverage, even out the skin tone, and literally you could call it a day, or you could just quickly do like literally a 5-minute look, right, with this. So I do get to work from home, and there are mornings where I literally snooze that alarm when I work from home, and there's times where like, okay, I know that I have meetings, let me just look a little bit presentable, a little bit more put together. I will stripe this all over my face, blend it out. I've been using the Rare Beauty foundation brush, which I also really recommend, and this just gives me a quick just kind of refresh to my skin. It evens out the complexion, it covers up any redness that I have, and I'll just powder my face, throw on all of my color products like bronzer and blush, and do like a quick coat of mascara, maybe some brow gel, lip gloss, done, right? So I'm literally talking about like a 5-minute routine there, and it'll wear very nicely. I will feel confident in like Zoom meetings and team meetings, and I will look put together. And this is a great way for me to kind of do that really quickly. Also, I love it for on the weekends as well when I'm wanting just some coverage, but I'm not wanting the full beat on, you know, this will definitely kind of come in handy for that. So I really recommend this one. To be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what Merit's Black Friday sales look like, so I can't assist you with that, but I think Merit is a good brand to kind of check out during the sale, and I've been loving that foundation stick for sure. Then for concealer, this one has been a recent love of mine. I had it in one of my most recent Stop My Stashes, and I've loved it, and I haven't really recommended it very much on my channel, and that is this concealer from Shiseido. This is called the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer, and I have the shade 201 Light. Really small, you know, component here. It's really tiny, but at first I didn't care for this concealer, but then I used it very recently, and it seriously is so stunning on the skin, or on the under eyes, which is primarily where I use concealer. It does a great job at just kind of giving yourself some coverage, but it's also not super heavy. I do think that this is self-refreshing because I do think that it looks good throughout the day as well. Oftentimes I feel like concealers look really, really good at initial application. They look amazing at the beginning, and then they just wear and fade and look crepey and all kinds of things, right? This does not look like that throughout the day. This really does hold its own throughout the day. It's long wearing, it has beautiful coverage. This is a good kind of medium coverage concealer. So wanted to recommend that one because that has been like my love this year. And I feel like I haven't really talked about it very much. Now let's get into a cream bronzer. So I want to recommend the LYS Beauty Cream Bronzer. Now I know I just said that LYS has really great Black Friday sales, so I still recommend maybe even picking this up directly from their website during that time. But if you can't wait and you want to pick it up from Sephora, I highly recommend. This is called their No Limits Cream Bronzer, and I have the shade Motivate. Really, really stunning packaging. LYS usually has beautiful packaging. And then this is the shade Motivate. It's their lightest shade, and I love this. I love this formula. This formula is so creamy and so blendable. Like it takes 2 seconds to blend out this cream bronzer. It goes on like literal butter, and then it blends out so nicely. It is so easy just to kind of spread on the skin. I don't normally like stripe on these types of cream products. Like if they're sticks, I don't usually stripe those types of on. I usually get a brush and just kind of like dip it in and then apply. With this one, because it's so creamy, I can easily draw on the stripes on my face and blend it out with a brush, and it blends out beautifully and within seconds. It's the most beautiful color as well. If you have a fair to light skin tone, I think you'll really enjoy this shade. So yes, really recommend this one. It's been a favorite of mine for sure. And then I have one liquid blush and one powder blush. I got this Say blush in one of the Sephora favorite sets. I got the, I think like Clean Me Up set or Sparkly Clean set, whatever, and it had this blush from Say. So this is called their Dew blush, and it's in the shade Chili. This is so stunning. I was afraid that I wasn't going to care for this blush formula because from what I had seen, it just looked like it was really sheer, like I didn't have a ton of pigment, and you guys know me and how much I love blush, that probably was not going to work out for me. But I still always had this curiosity about this product, so I was really happy to see that it was in that set that I picked up. And basically this, first off, the shade Chili is the most beautiful shade for this time of year. It's beautiful for fall and winter because it is really that in from the colds type of look. This will look beautiful on medium to deep skin tones, and it does wear really beautifully. These are not as pigmented as the Rare Beauty blushes, but I do see that as kind of a good thing because I do think that these are probably even more beginner friendly than the Rare Beauty ones, but they still have the lasting power like the Rare Beauty ones also have. So I wanted to give this one a quick shout out and recommend it because I haven't really talked about it much because I recently got it in that set. But this is a stellar formula. It performs so well. It blends out so easily. I just literally put the dots on my cheeks, blend it out, and it's beautiful. So perfect. Love that blush. Wanted to recommend it for sure. And notice as well, everything I've recommended so far is Sephora products, right? Like those cannot be found at Ulta. So just wanted to throw that out there. This product, however, you can find at Ulta. And it's the Dior Rosy Glow Blush in the shade Rosewood. This you can find at Ulta, but I wanted to throw it in here in case you prefer Sephora better. But at first I thought, never will I ever pay $40 for a blush. But this shade is so beautiful. I saw it in person at Ulta and I had to pick it up. And I'm so glad that I did because this is a stunning blush formula. I love how long wearing this blush is. I love the shade Rosewood. I think it's absolutely stunning. I think it could also work for a few skin tones. And I also just love how nice and just kind of like diffused and effortless these blushes look on the skin. They do look very nice and smooth on the skin. There's no form of like like they have a little bit of a sheen, but there's no like glitter in these blushes. There's no type of like luminous, like this is not a luminous blush. This has like a light sheen to it, but I think that's part of the beauty of the formula, but it's not going to emphasize any texture. I mean, this literally wears so beautifully, and I'm so happy that I decided to grab this. Again, this is sold at Ulta, so completely up to you where you want to purchase this item, but I do highly recommend it. And I wanted to mention it in case, again, you prefer Sephora. Okay, then let's get into a face palette. And again, this is also sold at Ulta. I picked mine up at Ulta, so I completely understand if you would want to go that route instead. But I have been loving my Hourglass face palette. So this is the face palette that they came out with this year. There are 3 different versions, I believe. This is the one that's kind of in the middle. This is called the Ambient Lighting Edit Unlocked palette. And specifically, this is the one in Leopard. So here's what this one looks like. It does have 3 blushes, a bronzer, a highlighter, and a kind of like diffusing powder. I love this. This has been something that I've been reaching for so often. Again, as I'm getting ready throughout the day, and I've just noticed that, oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. I need something quick. This has everything I need in it. It has my bronzer, it has my blush, it has my highlighter. I don't often go for this like diffusing powder. I do sometimes, but it is sometimes a little bit glowy for my skin. But I've just been loving this. I'm really happy that I went with the Leopard one. Keep in mind, if you're wanting to customize the outer packaging, you only can do that on the Hourglass website. But if you're okay with what comes inside of the Leopard one, what comes inside of the jellyfish one, what comes inside of the snake one, then you should be fine to purchase it from either Sephora or Ulta. But I've been loving mine. This is very expensive, which is why I'm recommending it to get during the sale or to get at Ulta, because you need to get this on a sale because it is so expensive. But this has really cuts my time during like in the morning because it has all of these steps in one. So I've been loving that. Okay, and then the eyeshadow palette that I wanted to recommend is the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. So again, you can now purchase this at Ulta as well. So keep in mind you have options on where you can pick this up. Also, this could potentially be on sale during Black Friday on the Natasha Denona site, but I wanted to mention this one because it is a beautiful neutral everyday palette from Natasha Denona. This has been a staple of mine for sure. I've been using it a lot for work. I think it's a quick and easy way just to kind of like throw a look together, something that I know will pretty much match with anything that I wear. Some mornings I was lazy the night before and didn't plan out my outfit, and so there's days where I'm like, I just need something quick and neutral and easy on the eyes that I know will match with whatever outfit I throw on, and this really does kind of work and fit that for me. Beautiful formula. This is definitely a different Natasha Denona formula. This definitely has some of her newer shimmers or metallic shades. These can kind of be a little bit more like toppers, which I don't love because the only issue I have with that, while they are beautiful, whenever they're that topper kind of formula, so many of the shimmer shades can kind of look the same on the eyes, but regardless, this is so stunning. This is absolutely beautiful. So again, it's at Ulta or Sephora, so you go ahead and choose where you want to pick this up, but I have just been loving this. And again, if you are wanting something quick and easy for work, no thinking involved, feel free to grab this one. It's absolutely stunning. Okay. Then I want to mention my favorite lipsticks. I think these are my favorites. I love them so much. They are so stunning, very comfortable and hydrating, and has a nice creamy formula, and it is the Merit lipsticks. I think these are called the Signature Lip Lightweight Lipsticks. That's what they're called. Not I think, that is what they're called. I have 3 of them. I love them so much. The first one I ever picked up was the shade Slip, a beautiful fall color, because it's this stunning, just kind of neutrally brown color. Really stunning. So here's the shade Slip. Wanted to show that one. Such a stunning color. Also, can we take a moment to appreciate this absolutely stunning packaging? This makes me feel like luxurious applying this. The second one that I brought into my collection was actually this year, and it's in the shade Baby. Also love this shade. I feel like Merit is kind of the epitome of fall. I think that a lot of their products are just so beautiful for the fall season. So here is the shade Baby. It's a very, very beautiful like pinky nude, but still has a little bit of like that different kind of look to it. And then in that same set that I got the Say blush in, I actually got this color, and it's the Les Avenue color. So stunning, so beautiful. And I was really worried about how this was going to look on me because it is a deeper color, but that's what I love about this formula is do not be intimidated by the colors, because this is just such a wearable, lightweight is a perfect name because it is just so lightweight on the lips. You don't have to worry about it fading ugly. You don't have to worry about it smearing all over the place. I mean, it is going to wear very beautifully and wear off very gracefully. So here's the shade Les Avenue. Again, perfect for fall. I mean, look at all those beautiful fall colors, right? So nice and cozy. So I love the Merit lipsticks. I think I might pick up another one during the sale because I just love them so much. I honestly would be totally content with having every single one of them. And I do reach for those lipsticks. It may not be as often, right? Because I feel like sometimes when I'm getting ready, I just throw on something like a lip oil and run out the door. But I will definitely be pulling those onto like this area behind me where I put on some lipsticks or put my like display some lipsticks and stuff. I might be doing that very soon because I love those. So those are all of the recommendations. I wanted to share with you just a few. I know that's still a lot, but there are so many videos out there. I've literally seen some of the people that I watch post like an hour-long video of their recommendations, like not even their wish list. I think just their recommendations, and I'm just like, that is crazy. But let's get into the wish list because I have some pretty exciting things that I want to pick up. Okay, so I went ahead and moved over, and then I'm gonna do a screen recording and put on the screen here what I'm looking at. So here is my cart. The first product that I definitely want to pick up is this One Size by Patrick Starrr Ultimate Blurring Setting Powder in the shade Ultra Pink. I think this is absolutely stunning, and I just would love to just try out this powder for sure. I think it would look really brightening. I also love that this powder has just been so just like brightening underneath the eyes, and I love how it kind of just like flows into the blush a little bit. So I definitely want to pick up this. Like, I think this is definitely a must. Also in my basket is, of course, the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes eyeshadow palette. I know that I don't need this. I know that the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette literally looks like this, but I have just heard by so many people how stunning this palette is, and I want it. I really do. I think that I'm gonna be unhappy and always curious about it if I do not pick this up and try out this formula. So this is in my cart as well. Also, I'm deciding how I want to go about this. There has been a shade in the Merit Flush Balm Cream Blushes in the shade Fox, which is actually part of this set. It's the one in the middle. That is so beautiful. It is such a stunning blush color. So I've been interested in that blush for quite some time now, but they came out with this set, and the set is only $39, and you're getting 3 mini blushes, and the shades are beautiful. I mean, the shades are Rouge, Fox, and Beverly Hills. So I'm deciding if I want to just go for the cream, like the one cream blush in the shade Fox, or do I want to get this set? So we'll see, but that is a pretty good deal in my opinion. So if you are interested in a Merit cream blush, I would recommend this set. Okay, and then I really want this, but this is out of stock. This is the Patrick Ta Major Headlines Double Take Cream and Powder Blush Duo in the shade She's Wanted. This is absolutely stunning, and I completely blame Emily Noel for this because it looked so beautiful on her, and I was like, that's it, I have to get this. So this is just so beautiful, but if it's out of stock, it's out of stock. I'll pick it up at a later time, but that is currently in my cart as well. And then I really want to try the Tower 28 Swipe All Over Hydrating Serum Concealer. I'm thinking, if I remember correctly, when I was swatching in store at Sephora, that I was the shade 4.0 DTLA. So I'm really curious to try this one out. I've heard really good things about it. I've heard that it's nice and hydrating underneath the eyes and that it just looks really good. And $22 is a really great price, so I definitely am planning on picking that one up. Which I do not need another concealer. Like, I do not, but I just can't help myself. Another concealer, right, is the Haus Labs concealer. I love the foundation so much. You guys know that. So the concealer is obviously just kind of naturally piquing my interest. And so I think that the shade, I think it's 11 in Neutral is the one that I'm needing. So I really want to try this one out. I think that it's probably really beautiful underneath the skin. Again, I've heard really great things. So that is the Haus Labs concealer. And then I also was wanting this, and it looks like it's still in stock, so yay. This is the Rare Beauty Everyday Rose Lip Oil and Liner Duo. This has been going in and out of stock. And so I've been kind of signing up to, you know, stay in the loop about this one. This just looks really beautiful. And I wasn't interested in this before, but again, Emily Noel, she kind of influenced me to want to try this. And then seeing it swatched, it looks so stunning. So I kind of want to pick that up as well. So that is currently what's everything in my cart. However, if I go to my loves list, there are other things, right? So again, going back to the Merit blushes or the Merit lipsticks, the shade Tiger is a brick red and it looks absolutely stunning. I mean, look at that. So that looks like the epitome of fall in a lip product. So I'm kind of tempted to pick that up. Another shade is the shade Fashion, which is a soft berry, which again in this formula, I think is just so beautiful in this formula because it would look a little bit more subdued of a berry. So I'm tempted about those. I've heard great things about this Milk Makeup lip oil gloss. So many people are loving these, and the shade Trek is a deep rose shimmer and it looks absolutely stunning. So that is, I think I could pass on that for now. Also the Ami Collet Hydrating Lip Treatment Oil in the shade Excellence, which is a rosy brown, looks really stunning. But again, I just feel like with the lip products, I always try to tailor what I get based on like the season of the sale, right? So this is a fall kind of winter season sale. So get things that are leaning more towards that season. And then in the summer is when I get more like bronzers or more lip glosses or like something like that. You get what I'm saying? So I also was considering the Skylar Vanilla Sky perfume. This is an absolutely stunning perfume and it's perfect for fall. I do not have this. I only have it in like the itty bitty sample size. But I think Skylar might have a better deal for Black Friday, so we'll see. Okay, and then also from Milk Makeup, this is a set that's on my wish list. We shall see. This is the Hydro Grip Primer and Dewy Setting Spray makeup set. This is a really good deal because you're getting a full size of the Hydro Grip Primer as well as a mini of the Hydro Grip Setting Spray, and it's literally the price of the primer. So it's like you're getting the spray for free. But the reason that this isn't in my cart is because I think I just want the primer, to be honest. I have had the spray in the past, and while I finished it, I just didn't think it was anything revolutionary. But I think I'm gonna hold off on this. Maybe if I see it in store, it'll, you know, I'll change my mind because I also kind of want to see it, like what that makeup bag looks like. But this is such a good deal. If you are a fan of both of those products, definitely check out this this set because that is a really good deal. Of course, the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm set. This is just, I want this, but it is out of stock all the time, and now it's even saying that it's available in store only. So it comes with 3 full-size lip butters or lip butter balms in the shades Vanilla, Cherry, and Iced Coffee. Iced Coffee is a new one. I think it's maybe even just exclusive to this set, but I don't have any of those. And I think Cherry just seems so stunning, and the shade Vanilla I think is just a great staple to have. And I'm really curious about the Iced Coffee scent, like seriously so curious about that. So that is also kind of on my radar. And I think this I probably do want, but I really, really want to smell this in person. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in the caramel apple scent or flavor. I really, really want to smell this in person. So anyways, those are everything that's on my wish list. That's everything that's on my wish list. The stuff that I shared with you that's actually in my cart is probably what I'm going to end up picking up. So that's probably going to be like the first round. I'm trying to do it because I'm on a strict budget right now because my husband and I are trying to pay off some stuff. I think I might do where like 1 week I make a purchase and then maybe the next week I make something, so not to buy everything at once. And if stuff sells out, it sells out. It wasn't meant to be, right? Like there's always going to be another sale. I can always pick up these products at a different time. And that's another thing too. Do not go into debt over makeup. Do not feel like you're going to have FOMO over not participating in this sale. There are seriously going to be so many other opportunities. Black Friday is literally going to be around the corner, right? So keep that in mind. But what is on your list? What do you recommend? Is there anything on this list, on my wish list or in my cart that you have tried that you think I would like? I would love to know. What are you planning on picking up? Are you planning on shopping this sale, or are you just gonna wait until Black Friday? I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, I'd love for you to subscribe and be a part of my YouTube channel family here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will go ahead and see you in my next video. Bye.